too? Oh, you've already got yours up there. I see it. Hey guys, I'm Fancy, and that's Ryan, and we've got a lot to talk about. So, we've had a very eventful day, and I think Ryan missed a lot while she was napping. You missed a lot, Ryan. You missed a
Yeah.
lot. You should have been there for the Sarah Jane thing. So, tonight, that's what we're going to talk about because Sarah Jane has decided to once again raise her ugly head and decided to cause more fuckery today. And I'm sure she'll try and get this video banned and all that good shit. She likes to do that.
For all intents and purposes, we will now refer to her as Lazarus.
Lazarus. So Lazarus has contacted us yet again today. And that's funny thing is she contacted me while I was live on Facebook and not live on Facebook. I'm sorry, live on TikTok. I wasn't live over here. And if I had been live over here, that would have been fantastic, but I wasn't. So she freaking calls me while I'm on this live. And I told her that, hey, I'm on live. Do you know that it's broadcasted out to the world? So why don't you have to say of what you want to say? And then she proceeded to, blame me for all of the crap. And she never did this and she never did that. And oh, Pink Cat Sarah is very, very sick. And she has sent all the information between her and Pink Cat over to the prosecuting attorney on the false police report that I didn't do. And that's all going to go for my character of what I have done. Well, ma'am, I don't know what you think I have done, but I'm pretty damn sure that you have risen from the dead at least fucking 19 times this year. So, 90 billion times this year. So she decides to call today, and hopefully I'll be able to get that back on my TikTok and get it restored. But if not, then there was a second call that she decided to do, and she did that call on, on YouTube over here and Rumble and everything else. And so, yeah. Appeal not approved. Oh, go figure. Appeal not approved. Yeah. Damn. So, she got me over there for a day. Good for her. Good for her. So, Natasha's over there talking shit on me too. She's telling fake news. That's old fake news. So, we don't even need to worry about her. But back to the topic of the night. So the first time I got ever contacted, ever by Sarah Jane Anderson was March 18th. And she starts off by saying, hi, I was going to pay the $30 on Patreon, but don't see that option. Can you also please unblock me on Facebook Good Wives Network? Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. She had contacted me before over on TikTok. This is the first time she contacted me over here because over on TikTok, I had already blocked that dumbass for months because she had already caused all this kind of crazy effery. So I tell her I don't think she's blocked, but I'll check. And then I find out, oh, yeah, freaking Sarah had freaking blocked her because she said some shit about Sarah on one of our posts, and Sarah blocked her. And then I unblocked her because I didn't think that the reason that she got blocked was prudent. And I felt that Sarah was being a little nasty about it. And of course, she does not tell me at that time, at any point in time, that she had prior contact with Sarah. That comes up later in the conversation here, just recently, since Ryan and I have been talking to her exclusively on Facebook. So she basically talks about the fact that she can't access the new Good Wives Network on Facebook. Brilliant job on your live last night. I was very proud of you. Well done. I've paid the money on Patreon and I've got the records now. Thank you. And then I unblocked her and I said, I am just unblocked you. Sorry. She said, no problem. I told her, I'm glad you were able to get the documents, yada, yada, yada. So then she tells me that there is messages between Nina and Gypsy, and shall she send all the messages she has? Oh, this is a fun one. Oh, I love this one. This is where she's showing that Mike Stanfield said that the draft is done and all of that. That's with Nina, Nina and Gypsy talking about it and everything. And I was going to be served all the way back then, when they tried that fake cease and desist shit. Yeah.
So wait, you're gonna want this. You're gonna want this.
Oh, good.
For all the times that for everything that we've done, for all the times that for every YouTube she's struck, for every TikTok she's struck, for everything she's ever done. 2 to 3 days blaming us for whatever the hell it is you're doing right now. Well, then you said you're recording. Yeah. So then, it's not your fault, really.
Still can't hear it very well.
You need help, Sarah. I want to at least talk about. She just said nothing was our fault on record. Nothing that happens to me, blah blah blah, whatever.
Yeah, she said that many times. She said that many times. So let's see. She sent me all that information about Gypsy and Nina. Okay. And so then on April 13th, she tries to call me. That's the first time she called me. That's when she called me after I'd just gotten off the phone with Pink Cat. And I only answered because I thought it was Pink Cat calling me back again. And I was like, I just talked to you. She goes, excuse me. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm sorry. You're a different Sarah. Oh, you're the other Sarah. Okay. And she's like, Fancy, I just want to tell you that I have my brother working on the autopsy report. And as soon as he gets it, I will give it to you. And he was one of the investigators. And I was like, okay, lady, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Whenever you find it, though, great. Just send it over here when you've got it. So then she says she has Dee Dee's autopsy, but on April 30th, so it's been, 15 days or so. On April 30th, she tells me I have Dee Dee's autopsy, but because you blocked me, I'm going to do my own video. And now it's her brother-in-law and not her brother. Now it goes back to being her brother later, just so you guys know. It goes back from the brother-in-law to the brother, just like it goes back and forth between this is my husband, this isn't my husband, this is my neighbor, it's not my neighbor. I just read in the new one that she doesn't have any biological children. So who the hell have we been speaking to? Oh, well, that's funsies. She said she has no biological children. So where does So here she goes. She's very pissed off. She says, for the record, my brother-in-law was an investigator on the Gypsy case. Fact. And she capitalized fact. This is why he has the full case files. That's not how it works, ma'am. He has every legal right to have them, including the autopsy report. Yeah, still not how it works, ma'am. Dan had a rock solid alibi for the 8th through the 22nd, June 2014, with supported witness statements. That's not true. Rod, Christy, Mia, and Dylan all tested negative for the chromosome deletion. They've never tested. Again, fact. You are actually a joke. You are looking for things that are not there. The truth is, you are jealous of Gypsy. You're right. I'm jealous of a schmurderer. You're absolutely right, ma'am. Yes, that's it. When you stopped working with Gypsy and Christy, you were legally obliged to give the medical records back. Fact. Nah, you didn't read my fucking contract, did you? No, nothing in there about that. A professional or expert, as you call yourself, does not make bitch videos on social media, smearing mud on someone, guilty or not. She's done her time. Get over it. You can't stand someone else having all of the evidence. You crave the attention. So I literally typed back, laugh my fucking ass off. So nothing. On May 6th, I typed her back. I said, actually, you're lying. He has no legal right to have them. His department has them if he works there, laughs out loud. And where was the brother-in-law when you were playing detective on TikTok? I'm sorry. No, I'm not buying it, sis, but you do you. So that's the last time I talked to her until July 29th, when her daughter walks up into her daughter, Linda. That's not her daughter. Yeah, Linda. Yeah, Linda fucking walks up into my chat and she tries to start telling me that her mom has been put into a mental health institution and that she wants to just help me figure out what happened between her mother and Pink Cat, and that she just believes that Pink Cat was trying to warn me about Sarah because, about Sarah, her mother was just trying to warn me about Pink Cat because Lazarus was so adamant that Pink Cat was just a bad person. Still no connection that in December the year before they supposedly exchanged money and all that shit goes down later. No, she is just trying to warn me because she thinks that Pink Cat is a bad person, but she doesn't know that she's a bad. Yeah, you guys get the picture. So on July 30th, I get contacted by Linda. Linda starts telling me that I need to unblock her mother on Facebook. So I unblock her mother on Facebook, and she keeps telling me that I still haven't unblocked her mother, and her mother freaking can't figure out why I'm not unblocked. So I finally go over to the page, and I realize she's still blocked on the page. So I unblocked her on the page. And then we start in with that. And she says, "Hi, I'm really sorry you got dragged into all that shit. I don't know what else to say except sorry." I don't know. You could try, I don't know, actually telling the truth. So then she sends me the screenshot of when I blocked her. And I said, "I'm not going to entertain this anymore. If you don't stop, then I'm going to be forced to block you." That was 19 weeks prior to this message. And then, she sends me more screenshots, bullshit screenshots, bullshit screenshots, bullshit screenshots. Oh, wait, no, these aren't bullshit. Let's read some of them. "Well, I did not appreciate being falsely accused of something on a public platform. I got bullied because of that. I reported Ryan once but have never reported her videos. So she never did that." And I said, "But what was actually happening is you made a video we all saw about your mission to get them shut down. Sarah Anderson did nothing more than tell them the video was made by you and not her. She did nothing to you, nor did any of my supporters or followers or co-hosts. So I'd appreciate it if you'd not create more unnecessary drama. There's more than enough of that. If you're being harassed and bullied, etc., then blame those doing it, not us." So she continues on. She says, "If you're working with Pink Cat Sarah, the Pink Cat lady, you're going to lose your credibility. She was in one of Ryan's live shows a week or so ago, and she literally accused me of reporting people's videos. This woman is not good for you. She reports everything back to Ryan." Yeah. So I tell her that's not what happened. She was trying to just clear some shit up, and then that the other freaking screenshot. So that's that. Then she sends me a screenshot about Calico Bell. That's really interesting, considering that Bell is the asshat that runs around over here in Louisville doing crazy fuckery and things. And well, she really likes fuckery. You might want to go look her up on OnlyFans. Anyway, so she's on TikTok too. The Louisville milking table. Yeah, that's her. Go have a gander at that shit. Anyway, so on July 30th, she finally says, I said, "Hi, Sarah, how are you? I'm sorry to hear about the loss of your husband and the struggles you are going through." And she says, "Hi, thank you for your kind words. I'm doing okay. I've got a good support system behind me." And so I asked her what on earth happened. And she says, "I'm so confused. I know Natasha Cooper is on live and Rumble running me through the mud. I'm well aware that's old fake news. Old fake news. Okay, so, oh, good Lord, where do I start? I was on Facebook a few days. Well, if you would turn down the volume on the TV and stuff, I wouldn't have to talk so loud. Thank you. Okay. She says, "Oh, good Lord, where do I start? I was on Facebook for a few days before my husband passed." Okay. So this is where the husband story comes in. Now, mind you, before all of this, I have been contacted by two different men claiming to be her husband, one named John Archer and one named Johnny. And if you call John Archer Johnny, he loses his shit. Completely loses his shit. And we've already put that stuff out before. So this is it. She says her husband passed away. I can't remember who it was, but they told me about the post Pink Cat was posting about Brie, and I went to have a look. I was disgusted with the horrible things she was saying, so I commented on the post saying it was disgusting and she shouldn't be saying things like that about someone. From that, I was bombarded by her supporters, which I don't even know that Sarah has any supporters and never has had any supporters, so whatever. And saying horrendous things to me. I should have just blocked her and ignored it all, but I was so disgusted I couldn't help myself in speaking my mind. So, she goes on to say, "Oh, I wish I had taken screenshots of it all, but I was taking care of my husband as well, so I wasn't thinking straight. It was only after he passed that I went back on Facebook to take screenshots. My comments had been deleted and she had set the posts, so I couldn't comment anymore. I'm not accusing her, but a lot of my precious photos and other things have disappeared from my account. How in the world would she be able to take your fucking photos and personal things down from your account, ma'am, unless she's Linda and she's in your account? Because we do know that Linda is in her mother's account,
Well, don't forget, up until this point, we've had 5 fake profiles that said it was her, spoke the same, said the same things.
We had the story already.
We had the numerous emails, and then she ended up, I don't even remember when she first called me, but then she called me, and then that was where it started spinning, because she'd call me and back talk Fancy. She'd call Fancy and back talk me. And we were going back and forth with all these things. And so just to keep track, according to her husband, she died in March, and she didn't die in April. She died in May. when that happened on live and people came into Bree's live. She died in May.
Right.
According to her daughter
that was the neighbor Helen Hunt. That was the neighbor
Right.
Helen Hunt. Because
and
she's a real
then on Brandy's YouTube, Linda came in and said that Sarah died June 3rd. So she's died 3 times in 4 months at this point. She died at some point in July that we can't pinpoint it. We'd have to go back and look. We kind of did this on a whim. But she did, just so you know, she did die a week ago.
Yeah.
I have her recorded.
Done in an hour. So, there was that.
I have her recorded 18-minute call telling me how she was going to be gone at 5 o'clock in the morning. And somehow, not only she managed to, after me and Fancy both blocked her, she now is hitting up another creator. And shockingly, even though she died last Thursday, she managed to call this creator about a dozen times. So that is 6 times in 6 months. 6 times in 6 months.
So she talks about the fact that Ryan Lee was that Pink Cat was blaming her for everything. She was driving my kids crazy, and I was really upset and extremely angry. So she continues on. Now, this part, she says, is very embarrassing for me, and I still have difficulty trying to get my head around it. I do have a brother. Okay, so it's back to brother, not brother-in-law, right? I do have a brother who lives in the USA. He knew I was following the Gypsy case. I seriously do not know what the F is wrong with that man or why he did what he did to me. He convinced me he had spoken to the officers who worked on the case and that he had the autopsy report. I feel so fucking stupid now, but I was so excited about it, and that's when I phoned you and said I would send all that information on to you. He even convinced me he was coming back to the UK and would bring all the information with him. Me, Andy, kids, no longer. So Andy, that's the husband. Andy, oh no, that's me and the kids. I think that's what that meant. Me and kids no longer communicate with him because he knew full well I was going through hell at that time. He made a fool out of me, and I'm still to this day struggling with that. And because of that, people online were making fun of me and humiliating me. I stopped responding and interacting online. I'm sorry to say, but I had attempted to take my life. There, she tells us that she had attempted to take her life. Linda's husband is Lucky, Linda's husband, Lucky, dropped by to check on her. And all I can say to you is I'm very, very sorry. I felt very, very embarrassed. I'm so sorry. I'm like, oh my God, did you erase the messages you sent to Ryan Lee? And she's like, yeah, I might have done that before I came to the hospital, but she still might have them. A lot of my messages on Facebook have gone, but like I said, there was a period when I couldn't even get into my account, so I don't know.
Don't forget though, she has never actually ever messaged anybody ever in the history of ever on any social media platform ever.
And it's not her voice that we were using, nor is it her picture of her on the freaking phone call with me when she was calling me on voice chat, on actual video chat. That's not her. That's not really her. That's not her. I don't know how. It's like a magician trick. I mean, she's Lazarus, so I don't know. Yep. I'm not sure. So let's see if we go on. She was in Ryan Lee's live end of May or maybe first week of June. So she's admitting she was in the live, but she's never been in your live, Ryan. Don't you know?
Right.
She's
never been live either.
Right. She was doing that live from a park, and I didn't really say anything in chat, but you knew she was there. Do you remember that? Yeah. I do remember asking her to help me with you, but I don't think she wanted to get involved. I told her it was okay. I had no ill feelings towards her, and she knows that. She doesn't know I'm in the hospital because I haven't messaged her for months now. I said, oh, I understand. And yes, she does know you have no ill will, because at this point in time, Ryan and I were talking, right? So they didn't like that very much. She actually liked you, Ryan, because she likes because she thinks you're a character. She doesn't always like your behavior, but that's no big deal. And she hasn't been online until my daughter came to see her in the mental hospital, because she supposedly went into the mental hospital on March 7th or some shit. Right. And she sent us the discharge papers that has no doctor listed on it. The typewriter is all off. It's off center. You explain that one, Ryan, because you kind of went through that whole thing.
So she sends us these discharge papers that there's no way for me to explain this in a way that's going to make sense to anybody else. But she sends these discharge papers, and it looks like it's been entered into a PDF on like a Google Doc. The fonts don't match, the spacing isn't right. The some of the stuff is off center. There was things that didn't make sense. She said she signed herself out. It did not say AMA. One thing she fucked up on though, and I don't know if there's anything we could do about this, when she whited out up here the patient ID number, she didn't down here. She didn't. I don't think she realized that, but she didn't block the patient ID number on the bottom. And so I mean the whole thing was not written professionally in any way, shape, or form, or any capacity. There was the things on it didn't make sense. The doctors know it just none of it made sense. And I'm like, this is not a legit thing. There's no way this is a legit thing. And the weird thing was, she said she was going to get these documents for us, but it would take till the next day. Well, after about 20 minutes, they show up in her messenger.
Right. She magically has them. She does this over and over.
Suddenly she magically. Now, don't forget, she never did find the admission paper, though.
Right. No, she never did that.
She never did find the admission paper, but she did have the discharge papers that made 0 sense.
Right.
And don't forget, as a lot of people were bringing up, if she went into this hospital in the beginning of March, which, by the way, according to her husband, she died in the middle of March. So congratulations. If that was the case, she had her phone and she kept saying her daughter kept sneaking in her phone. Then, even though she's been there 4 months, can't leave, suddenly signs herself out, AMA. And then don't forget, after she left the hospital and went to her secure place, she ended up don't forget, then she was in my live. She had not talked. She came into my live. She did not speak. I didn't even know she was there. And we got a message railing both of us because her daughter also came into the same live. And because they were in the same room together, but never saw each other speak, her daughter not only knew she was in the live, but somehow also managed to pinpoint where she was living. And now her life was in danger because she went into the live that she never spoke in. Don't forget that. That's
it was supposed to be triangulated through WhatsApp or whatever. Yeah, they triangulated that and they found her. And now she's in grave danger. And that's why she took my Facebook down, because, I was sharing privacy and private information and it put her life in danger. She admits to all of this. This is fucking insanity.
And then about every 3 days, she sends us the same 3 screenshots, which is a screenshot of Spicy Red TikTok, a YouTube turn in from August 13th. Everything's written out on the TikTok, by the way. She also, after I have this entire phone call with her, I'm very nice to her. I have the video proof of her when she calls me and tells me that she's going to end it that night. I'm trying to talk her out of it while also not believing anything. So I kind of sounded a little callous, not going to lie. After I sat on this fucking phone call and maybe thought, maybe this time, because she kept saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it to go this way. I wish this would have never happened. And I'm thinking maybe she's feeling bad for all this shit. And I'm in my fucking head and I start feeling bad. And in the meantime, I jump on a call with her and Amy, and they are going off on the rails about the fact that, she's nuts. And I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I just had this really good conversation. She was crying. She was saying she was sorry. And then 10 minutes later, I got a screenshot of one of my TikToks being reported to YouTube. And being told, when I was scrolling what I just sent you that I thought was especially special, I thought this was adorable. Hold on, because this is really great. So, where did it go? Oh no.
Well, while you're grabbing that, I'm gonna read this. So thinking about it now, I can't remember when it was, but I was already in the hospital. I sent Pink Cat tons of messages to show her that everything I was being accused of was not me, and I believed it was her. But wait a minute, she didn't have her phone until July when daughter smuggles it in and out. But she was already in the hospital, and she sent all kinds of things to Pink Cat showing her that, hey, I'm not freaking this person, and I think it's you. She came in the chat that night and she asked about if Pink Cat had seen all of the messages. Pink Cat said, "No, I haven't seen your fucking messages. What the hell?" And so we were laughing about it. And then by the time we got off the live and Pink Cat went to go look at the messages, the woman deleted all of them. And she even admits that she deleted all of them because I was in the chat and just asked if she got my messages, and that was a mistake. She was really mean and nasty towards me in that live. I deleted all those messages and had a really bad relapse while here in the hospital. And that's why I'm still here. I have spells where things get too much, if that makes any sense. Yeah.
And they're just going to let her walk out the hospital.
But
she loved I told you guys were on a live with me, and I said my phone is going to ring because at this point she calls me every time between 7:30 and 8 every time because she knows I'm going live. So here is my personal favorite. However, on Sunday, this is my personal favorite. 8:42. She audio calls me out of fuck all nowhere for 19 minutes and 28 seconds and follows it up with, "This is harassment and abusive. I want you to leave me alone. I'm going to the authorities with everything. You are going to be investigated. Period. The end. If you contact me again, I will press charges for stalking and harassment. Done." Next one. "I'm sorry, but this is from Fancy." She called me out of nowhere for 19 minutes and 28 seconds, then hangs up the phone and tells me that I am harassing and abusive and I will be investigated, and then follows it up with, "I'm sorry, but this is from Fancy."
Well, this one's great because you know how she said she didn't know Brandy and she's never talked to Brandy and she's never been on Brandy's live and she never did that. Yeah, this is really funny. This is still July 30th, by the way. This is how insane this woman is. This is still July 30th. "I don't want my personal details shared online. I'm in a mental health facility, and to expose that online is more than I can cope with. People like Bree, Kendall, and Brandy don't need to make videos disputing my personal journey because they will. They watch everything you post online." So, the Brandy that she didn't know and has not messaged at any point in time and has never watched any of Brandy's lives. Yeah, she's got it right here. By the way, she spells Brandy wrong here too. I don't know why everybody gets her fucking name wrong. Thea can't spell it for fucking shit. She spells it with 2 E's. This woman spells it with an I, and it's Brandy, Brande. That's what it is, Brandy. I don't know. Unbelievable. "I really want to give you everything I have, but I'm so scared. You have no idea because I poured my heart out and it was literally ripped out online."
I really wish I was on live earlier to hear this phone call.
You want to hear it? I mean, it's not very good. You can't very much hear it. The one on TikTok was much better, but we'll never get that back. Somebody probably fucking screenshotted it. I'm sure somebody will put it up, but I can play it if you want. Do you want me to play it? See if I can get it loud enough? I don't know.
You probably won't be able to get it loud enough. Just continue with the text messages.
Yeah, okay. So, let's see. So then she goes on to tell me the last message she sent was she knew where I was and she knew people in the UK. So she's talking about Pink Cat. "I have no fucking proof because I deleted so much shit. Please don't tell my kids. They are my life." Okay, so yeah. I talk about it. She goes on to tell me, "Have you seen that woman's rap sheet? She is not a safe person to be with. I had really bad vibes about her, but didn't know what. When you started posting on Facebook, doing a live with her, I thought, oh, fuck, this is not going to go well at all. Fancy, my head is so fucked up at the moment, but I'm willing to call you if you want. You can record it. I'm okay with that." So, here she's talking again about Pink Cat and her rap sheet. And does she mention in any of this that in December of 2023, supposedly Pink Cat scammed her out of fucking money for a surgery that she was needing for pancreatic cancer because they met in a pancreatic cancer group on Facebook. And then Pink Cat Sarah tried to fleece her for more money after that procedure so that she could actually fix her car. And when she said no, Pink Cat went crazy. But, she doesn't mention that here. It's not pertinent. She's just talking about her rap sheet. So
no, the daughter who's not the daughter mentions it later, but I agree with you, Jesus. She is banned from heaven. I agree with you.
Okay, so again, I said, "Is that you and Ryan's live? Ryan is telling your story right now." And she said, "Watch Ryan Lee live now. I just spoke to her. And with my permission, she is talking about me." Interesting. She said, I said, "Well, I'd love you to give me the same info so I can address this as well, because I just want to clear your name." And she said, "Oh, I will. Please watch her live. I just literally got off the phone with her before she went live."
She did. I literally hung up the phone and went live immediately.
So then this is still July 30th. This is still July 30th. July 30th now. I said, your neighbor is behind some of this too. And she said, I'm okay. Linda cut me off. Ryan's live. And she gives me a freaking mad face that Linda, her daughter, cut her off. She tells me, I said, hey, I'd like to go live about it too. You can go live, Fancy. Absolutely. Ryan was really sweet. She was even crying on the phone with me, really apologetic. And I said, I'm so confused, just beyond confused by all of this. And she asks me, in what way? And I said, well, why would Sarah do any of this? And she says, I'm not sure, but I know it wasn't me. So again, she could have had the opportunity to tell me, hey, I knew Pink Cat Sarah. She's been stalking me for a long time. Nope, she doesn't. So, and I told her, I said, it was on your account, though, I thought. So, it's the one with the tiger picture. So I don't know. So she said, I did ask at the time for her to send me the proof because I had problems assessing my Facebook after I told her off for saying those things about Bree. So she's basically indicating that Sarah hacked her freaking Facebook for months on end. She never used TikTok. She had one, but she never used it. She doesn't even know how the platform works. And I said,
but she had videos up.
But right, she had videos up, and she actually messaged both me and Ryan from that TikTok, but she doesn't remember that. Not at all. That's somebody else. She has no recollection. She talks about her TikTok picture being her kids. She never used the tiger picture except on Facebook. No, I never messaged you or Ryan on TikTok, always on Facebook Messenger. Then she's going to go through her phone tomorrow and she's going to send anything that there is. I will send it to you. So now we finally got past July 30th. And yes, we start getting more information. Today's not a good day. She's confused with everything that's been sent to me by you and Ryan. I don't quite understand what's going on. I need to go through my phone and also get my daughter to go to my home to check my laptop because all of this is really screwing up her head. So I'm not understanding a lot of the messages Ryan has sent me. My vocal cords were never ripped out. So here she is clearing that up for us. And I could talk just fine. Yeah, I know you can talk just fine because you ringy-dinged me several times. But, sure, my sister and I had a vicious fight years ago, but not to the level of what's been said. I really don't know where this came from. As for the injury photos, they look fake or from some online site. The driver's license is expired if you look at the date. And I was in the hospital, so I never renewed my license. My head is messed up at the moment. I don't know what to do. So, honey, we've tried blocking her and her fake daughter, and then they just create new profiles and come in. So now we have just decided to leave it wide open so that they can continue to run their mouths and we can continue to be able to prove that they're completely psycho. So, that all happened. July 31st. Oh, here. Attached are the emails I received from a man claiming to be SGA's husband. She's basically sending me my own post. And I said, I just can't even pretend not to consider it to be true, but I'm highly suspicious, right? So she says, do you think I'm lying? To be honest, Sarah, I'm not sure of anything. Like I said, I'm suspect of it all. I'm just trying my best to understand. At this time, Amy and I believe you. We are just being cautious. And so she's like, oh, I need time to digest. This is horrible. So then she sends me, this is the police report that it's from inda.wiseman69@gmail.com. The L is stuck in front of it with a brown line, with a dark line, not the blue line. Okay. And it's definitely coming from the police in the UK, supposedly. And it's an incident number that, she doesn't actually let me see because she crosses it out. And basically they are investigating, Helen Hunt now. So that happened July 31st. I get that. Again, I'm just suspicious of the whole situation, not specifically you or Linda. We want to believe you. We want to help you. We just want to be burned again. And she says, yeah. Then she sends to me her service bill. I get her phone bill, telling me that the other phone bill that her husband, who's not her husband, sent to me. Yeah, that guy, he sent me that one. And that's not her real phone bill. They don't really do that over there. So then she sends me the phone bill. Oh, and on July 30th says the first time she shows me that she's blocked on Facebook, that she was blocked on Facebook. So there we go. Yeah. Just proof to show my Facebook account was locked. Yeah. You've told me this 9 times now. So yes, we're very sure your account was locked by you dumbass.
Yes, the actress.
Yes. She just asked me to be patient. Can I please call you? I'm done with texting. I said, yeah, give me a second. She said, you can add Amy if you want. We didn't keep, so this is where I'm asking her if she has the obituary. We didn't keep the actual newspaper. Linda cut the obituary out of the paper and it's kept in my little memory box of the husband that didn't die, that's actually domestically violently abusing her. Yeah,
with
that
a
guy
different name, with a
with a
different
different
name,
name, different
with a
names,
different
different
picture.
children,
And
different
then
pictures,
the
different
article that
pictures.
she cut out of the newspaper was a JPEG file.
So then I say, that's okay. It should have been listed online in the paper. So what's the name of the local paper so I can look? Oh, she sends that message where she tells me the fake names of fake papers because I tried to look them all up and they're either from the 1800s or they don't exist. So she tries to call me and it's a 35-second call. So clearly I did not answer. And I said, funny how Linda's story is very different than yours. This is a con and a sick situation and it needs to stop. This is all the way back on August 3rd. And I said, hey, asking for a friend, how's the afterlife treating you? I said you raised yourself from the dead for the 10th time now. If you're dead, how did you unsend this message? She said, I'm going to phone you in 90 minutes. She always told me exactly when she's going to call me because, she just had to do that. We need to talk because this is fucking serious and I've had enough. Oh, have you though? But yet you haven't. I said, will your daughter be with you? I really want to make sure we get on the same page because you're right. It's very concerning. Oh, so concerning. No, she will not. And that's because of a lot of things Ryan Lee has said about her. Huh? No.
We've never seen Linda and Sarah in the same room, just so you know.
No. This whole fuck up was caused by my daughter to walk away from me. I discharged myself from the hospital because I have a legal right to do so. So now we're going to come in with the DV. We're going to come in with DV now. We're going to talk about the fact that she totally made up the actual, thing with the husband and all that. And meanwhile, there's messages between her and Linda of like, did you send them the obituary? Because I just want to make sure that you did. Yes, Mom, I did. Well, they're still asking for the newspaper. What do these people want? I don't know, Mom. Yeah, that's all going on.
Again, I'm going to reiterate for the people asking this repetitively in the chat. Do you understand that when we blocked Sarah, Linda showed up? Right. And when we blocked them, either A, they come back on another profile, or B, they start reaching out to other creators. So this is not like slapping a fly away and it goes away. Okay, this is like nonstop. They'll block us. And then what they do is they block us, immediately unblock us when we don't pay attention, and then they'll wait until right before the block ban thingy is up, say something completely ridiculous, and block us again. So
right.
Although I must say I did just unblock Sarah. I did just unblock her. I want to see if she's.
So I can't stay on much longer, but this is where she tells me she's going to call me in 45 minutes. And if Ryan is on the call, then she's totally done with me. If you record it, then at least have the decency to tell me. I'm so fucking furious over this shit show, just so you know. So this is where she calls me up and she starts off with, Fancy, are you trying to stitch me up? And I'm like, Amy and I are like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
But don't forget, I was not allowed to be on that call. And she literally called me 10 seconds after that phone call ended, which I also recorded.
So then she says, I need confirmation Ryan Lee is not on this call. I'm serious, Fancy. I can clear this up. I'll crack up for you. But if you fuck me over, then I'm done. And so I'm already talking to Ryan. So Ryan tells me, hey, tell her that we don't think you can trust me. So I did. I said, I don't think we can trust Ryan. She told your daughter that you weren't even her daughter. And that doesn't make any sense. And then she showed us a bunch of unsent messages. So she can't even prove what was said. I think if she's really doing all this, it's so vile. And I use that word on purpose because these people love that word. And then she tries to tell me, I need your word, Fancy. My family is at stake here, and I'm being serious. I need to trust you. So yep. Go on and 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 on. We go back and forth. She tells us about the fact that she's fleeing from domestic violence. She sends us, where are the pictures? I love the pictures. Hold on. She sends us these pictures. No idea.
Star, you have to understand, this is more than that. This girl is actively trying to take down our channels, dude.
She took my Facebook.
We are both monetized. This is not just, oh, hey, she's being a meanie head. Like, this girl is valiantly trying to get us hosed.
Today at 9, let's go over today's text because that's where I really wanted to start with this all, but I had to kind of give you some backstory. Okay, so let's see. Let's start off. So the other night is I will be dead in 1 hour. So please just leave me alone. Okay. I'm not even joking. So please respectfully leave me alone. And I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. She goes on to talk about, the suicide hoax actually was created in the United States and give the authorities her name. She has nothing to hide, but since I won't be here, they will have to contact my immediate family. I'm currently writing everything down and I'm preparing my written statement for Judge Leamer. So this is already where she's going to try and go and talk to the judge on my case with, Sarah in Missouri. You think it's funny or bullshit? Well, it's only 2 weeks, so you'll find out for certain. I screenshotted all these messages. And when I do pass tonight, you can explain to the authorities why you made fun of it. Have a blessed evening. All right. So I told her, so did I. All right. So then today at 7:01, I'm live. I've been live all day today, just breaking people off left and fucking right. I chose violence today. I woke up and chose violence today because I was just done with the fuckery. So at 7:01, I get a message. I'm going to call you at 1:30 a.m. my time. If you do not listen to me, I will hang up. Okay. And I am serious. Have whoever you want on the call, but I'm done. Okay. So I ignored her. I didn't even know that happened. My phone rings while I'm on the freaking live at 7:28 p.m. And I lost my shit. I was like, oh fuck, Sarah Jane Anderson is calling me right now. And so I tried to get her onto the live, and I did. And that's why she blocked me. Okay. So she calls at 7:28. Then she calls back again at 7:29, and I called her back at 7:29, and I said, "Why didn't you answer?" So then, at 7:36 is when she called me again. Then at 7:42, she called me again. You're a fucking fraud, and I can prove it. You ordered that DoorDash the other night to yourself to create more drama, to gain more views. Beside the fact that I've had 3 different people take responsibility for that, but hey, I did the suicide hoax myself. We are in the UK and don't give 2 shits about redneck people living in Kentucky. I'm glad I, along with the police, took down your spicy Red 92 and Facebook down. You started the suicide hoax and it was proved by local authorities. Good luck with your court appearance next month because my evidence against you shows and proves your character. I said, oh, honey, I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. And she said, time will tell, won't it? And then she goes on. You and Ryan are about to lose your YouTube channels. Think I'm playing let's see, shall we? I don't know who you or Ryan have spoken to, but I guarantee it's not me. All you have is connected to me is the tiger photograph that was taken 18 years ago. I've been with my husband for 30 plus years now. We have no children biologically. Me and my husband do not have an email account, but since you chose to post emails from our family without the date details, we took legal action in late March this year. But wait a minute. How can you take action on an email account that you don't have? Okay. A lot of details have been passed on to the attorney in Missouri as it will prove beyond a reasonable doubt the type of character you are. I saw the photo you posted on TikTok supposedly being me, but I can assure you I look nothing like that, except that it looks exactly like the woman in the tiger photo that you literally admitted to being the woman in the tiger photo. But hey, okay. I most certainly would not discuss my personal
You have
life
a screenshot of the video, dude.
Oh, I know.
She was on video call.
Yeah, that's what she's saying. That wasn't her. Okay, she doesn't look like that, but it matches the person that it is. Yeah. Let's keep going. I most certainly would not discuss my personal life with wannabes in a backyard of America who have nothing better to do than fantasize and obsess over Gypsy Rose. It's not that relevant in the UK because people in the UK actually have jobs. Well, you apparently don't because you got all time to sit up on here and fucking run your damn mouth. All right, so I have not spoken with Pink Cat Sarah's sister, despite the fact that I sent all the screenshots of my conversation with Pink Cat's sister over to the DA. And I even told her I'd probably have to call her as a witness. But, I didn't do that either. So I've not spoken with Pink Cat Sarah's sister. I actually have, and I have that recording. So she's called and talked to Pink Cat Sarah's sister, supposedly. I've spoken with Pink Cat, her mom, and her sister. And because I'm not shifty like you, I'm not going to make those conversations public. Huh, funny. What I am going to do is help Pink Cat with any legal fees she needs. Oh, so Pink Cat's going to fleece her for more money. I have.
Oh, no. You might want to let them know that, the public defender that she's getting for free when she's offered, legal defense.
Yeah, right. But I don't have a public defender. You know why? Because the public defender's office does not believe that the misdemeanor that they're charging me with me is going to give me any freaking jail time. And if it's not a misdemeanor that's going to carry jail time, then they can't be assigned to my case. But there is one assigned to Sarah's case. Don't you think that's interesting? I think that's interesting. Anyway, okay, so let's go on. I'm not shifty like you. I'm not going to post those conversations public. What I am going to do is help Pink Cat with any legal fees she needs. I have also contacted several government agencies based on your recent claims, etc., including welfare. I haven't been on welfare in 100 years, bitch. My details are withheld from public records due to privacy risks coming from the states. Think I'm lying? Find out at your upcoming court case. That has absolutely jack all to do with this woman. That's the last thing she sent me. What'd she say to you? Nothing yet?
One of the like I said, the last thing that she sent to me was calling me and then telling me that I'm harassing her when she called me, telling me that you that you were the one who sent me the message. Let's see. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, here we go. I asked her for her lawyer's details because I was not comfortable sharing what I had with her. She has a habit of putting things online. Enjoy your life, Ryan. But for the record, I sit by Lazarus in the UK. Do not blame you, Ryan, for my death. Signed 18 of August, and I have that 3 times on record. By the way, 3 times. Then she tells me I'm so horrible. She says, it's your choice. May you continue to have happiness in your life. You have Andrew. Cherish him, Ryan, because life is a strange cycle. I wish you, Ryan Lee, nothing but the best. God bless. My time is running out, so I'm just going to say fuck it. Blame the whole shitstorm on me. I'm not going to be here to care. People are being distracted from the truth of Gypsy's involvement, and I don't care anymore. Who's obsessed with what? Make your videos and say it was me and how I fucked you all over. I do not care because of Fancy's new obsession is her hatred towards Pink Cat. Why do you care? Fancy blocks me after asking for her lawyer's details. Does that not seem strange? Then it stops, and then it starts here. I asked Fancy for medical evidence to prove she has the disability she claims. It works both ways, right? I told her I'd feel happier sending everything to her lawyer, then she blocked me. Now I got to wonder if my daughter had anything to do with this. We have police reports stating IP addresses from the states were responsible for everything online. Surprisingly, Kentucky, where we're from, Illinois, where Pink Cat is from, and Arkansas.
Where Dan's from, right? The not Dan.
Facts, and that's why her Facebook was taken down.
Oh, okay, honey, and then watched her 1,000,000 times, Kimmy. You don't understand. She comes back on other profiles and starts more fuckery.
So what I said to her, last really long thing I said, I'm not doing this shit with you. She blocked you because you pull shit like this. You come crying, then attack, you fuck with my head, and I'm done. Her disabilities have fuck all to do with you. This is none of your business. She asked you for proof due to you coming to us with this. You involved us. So you can either back up your claims or leave us the hell alone. You do not have any IP address. What are they? Show me one IP address because you don't have them. And shockingly, they just all happen to be where anyone you want to contact is. Her Facebook was taken down by your own admission of you being petty and trying to get her shit down. I have backed you and I am done. I'm 100% done. You fucked with my head enough. I've had it. I sat on the phone with you being supportive and now I'm done. Any and all contact from you will be released and spoken about from here on out. In detail, this is your warning. If you continue to contact me with this ridiculousness, I will continue to speak on this. You have been warned. You have preyed on my vulnerabilities and fucked with my head. I will not allow it anymore. You can show the proof. I don't care what you have on Pink Cat or not. I really don't care. If you contact me again, spinning me around circles, fucking with my head, setting me threats, etc., if you think you were aired out before, you have no idea the shitstorm you've just created. I have sat here and meant to bat for you, and I am officially done. As you know, I have recorded each and every call. I have screenshotted each and every message, and I will show how you spun everyone around and fucked with them. I have had it. I am done. She says, okay, bye. She sends a bunch of threats again, unsends all of them, and then says, thank you for your support. I said, that don't tell me shit on shit. Either send your shit on Sarah or leave me alone, period. So then she sends up a bunch of threats and says, there's so much more, but I'm preparing for my family to sort it out. I said, Spicy Red is a fucking TikTok account, you fucking lunatic. I swear to God, I was pissed. I can't even read that. I swear to God, I swear to God, keep up. You'll have a whole fucking live about you in 2 hours. I am done. This is your last warning. And then because she unsends everything, I screenshotted everything, and everything she unsent, I sent it back to her again. This is the second time I've done it. Said screenshots live forever and blocked her. Doesn't matter. She's going to come back.
She's going to come back. She comes back. She'll come back as Linda. Oh, by the way, Linda was the same one that was hassling Tasha K to figure out if Tasha K was going to be in town when I said I was going to do my interview. Hey, how'd that go for you, fuckhead? Did you figure out that Tasha was actually in town and she actually interviewed me? I know Pink Cat was really, really pissed about that. I know she was really pissed about that, and you're really pissed about that. It's really interesting that you're both pissed about that.
Yeah. And my brain just died. My bad.
Yeah, my brain is completely noodled at this point.
Yeah, they she pulls this shit constantly. She calls us, and then when we both blocked her, she ended up going to another creator, calling her about 10 times in a row and blowing up her phone. And she's like, I want nothing to do with this dude. Just leave me alone. She's still going on in that girl's messenger because we blocked
those
her.
messages, but she doesn't have any communication with Brandy, doesn't know who Brandy is, besides the fact that, up there on March or whatever, June, whatever, when she fucking was saying shit, she knew who Brandy was and she'd been in Brandy's life. So, there's that.
Yeah. But she said that now Sarah says that she has reached out to numerous other creators.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's going well for her. They all know how crazy you are. None of them care how crazy I am right now. They all know how crazy you are.
So, yeah. And I'm sure it's going to continue.
It's going to continue, and it never stops. That's the thing.
And it's on Facebook.
It's on Facebook. There's I'm going to put it all in my not my Discord. I'm going to put it all on the free Patreon level so you all can see everything that we've ever had a conversation with this woman ever, and everything she's ever sent us and everything she's ever said, because I want y'all to know. I want y'all to know. I want you to know exactly what this woman has been doing for the last, fucking 6 months or 7 months that she's died 90 times.
But on top of that, so help me, if she actually did send some type of whatever to the Missouri or whatever, I would be getting a hold of people so fucking quick, because
that them tomorrow morning,
because that's already showing that they're trying to nail you with shit that is not even pertinent to this.
Right.
And you got to wonder if all of this was, if all of it, because you got to remember, she didn't start kicking back up till the end of July.
Yep.
Your shit ended in June. She started kicking back up in July.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to wonder why she'd been quiet since May. And then all of a sudden, end of July, she starts kicking up hardcore. She keeps sending us threats about she's going to do this and she's going to do that.
And then she sent Linda, her daughter, supposedly, not the daughter, not the daughter. There's a whole story about 3 other children, and one of them has autism and he's nonverbal. I mean, it just goes on and on. But okay, so here, I do still have a case in Missouri, the criminal charges for filing a false police report that I did not file. So, anyhow, so if she's contacted him, it's really interesting to me because Linda sent us a video, and in that video, it is her screen recording Ryan and Pink Cat from before, when Pink Cat was up there saying she's not Sarah Jane Anderson, right? So she sends this to us, but guess what she didn't realize happened in the middle of her screen recording? A little video or a little message came across the top of there from Sarah Anderson that said, I have now been called as a witness, which means prior to me going to Missouri, she was consorting with Linda and Sarah. And now they're all going to send stuff into my, to the lawyer about things that have nothing to do with the court case. That's interesting.
Yeah, because you have to remember when Linda sent this screen recording, it was the end of July, beginning of August, and that was recorded when that text came through while she was recording. That was the end of May, beginning of June.
Right. I'm allowed to talk about what hey, Anna, I'm very well aware of what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say. I have talked with the DA's office many times about whether I can put out evidence or not put out evidence. And so I'm okay. We're good. But thank you for your concern, sweetheart. I know.
So if she recorded that, think about this. If she recorded that back at the end of May, Because you guys
Mhm.
went like June 5th or June 7th, something
June
like
5th,
that.
right? June 5th.
Okay. So if you went June 5th and she was being called as a witness, then that means that she talked to Linda or whoever at the end of May. Okay.
Well,
So
no,
they were
what it
already
actually means,
talking.
right?
So they're
This is
already
what it
talking.
happened. So we called. I think I called Stanfield's office on Friday. I called Stanfield's office on Friday, and he said to me and Pink Cat, because this is why Pink Cat swears she's a witness, and she could have been called as a witness later, but she definitely was not going to Missouri because she's a witness. That wasn't why. She was only going to be needed as a witness if the case went to trial later, not then, because it wasn't going to go to trial that day, no matter what. So she was on the phone with me with Mike Stanfield, where Mike Stanfield said he never served me, never intended to serve me, and that he had seen me talking about him on TikTok and YouTube the night before, and he was livid. And so she was on the phone for that. So then she immediately, so sometime in between that Friday and that Tuesday or Wednesday when we left, she had been talking to Linda and telling her that I'm being called as a witness.
But so she recorded that at the end of
Mhm,
May,
mhm,
sat with that shit in her phone, reached
mhm.
out to you at the end of July,
Yep.
sent that video at the end of July. Why was she recording that in fucking May when we had no idea who the hell she was?
Right. Right. And at the time,
So,
Linda was making anti-fancy
well, right.
content.
So, why was
Mhm.
she recording that, keeping it in her phone for 2 months, to then
Yep.
send it to you very stupidly, not checking the recording? I always make sure if somebody drops down that I restart the recording.
Me
Very
too.
frustrating.
It's very
But
frustrating. It happens to me a lot.
she would have had to do that at the end of May. She didn't talk to you to the end of July. So what the hell was she setting up that she was recording that to begin with at the end of May?
Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
So I don't know how long that they've been doing this. I don't know what
I don't either.
the end game
I
was. I
think
have no
they
idea how
I
long this
honestly
has been
think
going
they've been
on.
running scams together for a long time, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Because they've already admitted to one scam between the two of them. So, you know.
So I think the problem is, they're, like what's been happening and everything else. I think they're, rolling on each other. 1 minute, Pink Hat is in my messenger. Well, I'm sorry, Linda was in my messenger, saying she wasn't the daughter and that Sarah owed her money for a car. And the
Well,
next minute, we hear about the car.
okay, so this is the last thing I want to read about Linda here, because let me pull this up. Why does it do this? I hate when it does this. It doesn't actually search for people messages. Let's see here. Linda Wiseman. All right, hold on. Let's see here. So, where is it? Where's the one where she says that she is Pink Cat Sarah in Linda's account? That's what I'm looking for, Ryan. If you can find it
Oh, she
first.
never says she is. She
No,
never
no,
says
but she
she
says,
is.
but she sent that last thing as Linda, and she tells us she's not Linda, and she
Right.
talks about the car and everything. That's what I'm looking for right now.
Oh,
Where
I
the
got
hell did
that.
I
Hold
send
on.
that?
Hold on.
Yeah,
It's right here.
that's what I'm looking for. That's the last message I want to talk about, and then I'm going to go because I would like to go actually spend time with my husband tonight. It's almost midnight.
And I'll be going on a nice normal live.
Yeah, you go do your
Okay.
live, and I go enjoy my night with my husband after the fuckery of the
All right.
day.
So this is what you want right here.
Yeah, can you read it?
Oh, okay. All
Or
right.
send it to
News.
me. That's fine. Send it to me. Either way, you read it or send it to me. It doesn't matter.
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Oh, wrong channel. Okay, here you go. We have like there's so many.
There's
All
so
right,
many
there you
fucking
go.
cats because of it. Yeah. Okay, so she sent me 2 photos. Here we go. All right, it says newsflash CUNT. Sarah Jane Anderson is not my mother. I am not effing related, and nor do I fucking know the stupid bitch. But I'm proud of you and Fancy for destroying an innocent person just for the sake of saving my ass. Thank you. Sarah Jane Anderson gave me money in December last year, and then she refused to send me more money for my car. I taught that bitch a lesson. You, Fancy, and Ryan fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. You do not have my permission to share these messages. You dumb bitches can't prove shit. And now you will never believe the actual Sarah Jane Anderson. She is fucked, and you idiots will be too. How dare you share my messages online? I've already spoke with my lawyer about this. It's defamation for sure.
Which is
Funny
weird
thing is,
because we
you
had
share
just
her
4 hours. 4 hours earlier did that whole live with Sarah's text with Alicia. 4 hours
Mhm.
earlier.
And we
But,
showed Linda's text messages, not Sarah's.
And the funny thing is if you read that message, it says you, Ryan, and Fancy. She
Right.
sent it to me.
Right.
Why does it say you, Ryan, and
Fancy?
When
Yep.
it was sent to Ryan. You,
From
Ryan,
Linda.
and Fancy. So that was sent to somebody else, I think. I think it was forwarded to me. I think that it was sent to somebody. And it was forwarded to me because it don't make no sense to say you, Ryan, and Fancy if it's being typed to me. That makes no sense.
Right. Yeah.
So
There you go. There you have it. Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna call it a night. I'm tired. I would like to spend some time with my husband, and my daughter would like some quiet in the house. So yeah.
All right. Well, guys, I'm going to go live on my normal channel doing normal bullshit shit. So if you guys want to come hang out with me, I'm going to go do my live and talk to you guys about some stuff. So if you're not following me, follow me. Come head over there if you want to hang out. It's not going to be super interesting, I don't think. But hey,
you never know.
it?
She might call you while you're on live. She likes to do that. If she does, you better call my ass.
That would be hilarious.
It would be hilarious. I mean, she's done it twice today, so
That'd be some funny shit.
It would be some funny shit.
All right.
All right. Have a good one.
Over and out.
All right. Bye, guys.